Shielded from. It's really easy. Shielded from.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, here we go!
Ding 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 ding. Boy, I know this might seem strange. Let me know if I'm out of order for stepping to you this way. See, I've been watching you for a while. I just got to let you know that I really feel in your style. 'Cause I have to know your name. Leave you with my number, and I hope that you would call me someday. If you want, you can give me yours too. If you don't, well, I ain't mad at you. We can still be cool, 'cause I'm not trying to pressure you. Just can't stop thinking about you. You don't even really gotta be my boyfriend. I just wanna know your name. Maybe sometime we can look out, hang out, just chill. I'm surprised that you've called, 'cause the way you walked away, I thought I was gonna see you no more. Since you didn't wanna give me your name, I thought that you were rigging me. That wasn't digging me. But anyway, what you doing tonight? I'll probably be with my peeps. If it's cool, we can people swing by. You can just chill with me. As long as you're comfortable, you feel secure when you're with me. Sing with me. I'm pushing you. Just can't stop thinking about you. You don't even really gotta be my boyfriend. I just wanna know your name. Maybe sometime we can look out, hang out, just chill. Didn't I'm not trying to pressure you, just can't stop thinking about you. You don't even really know my boyfriend. inspiration here.
Nice. In there with A major 7. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the basement once again. That's BASSMINT with none other than, tell us your name, please.
Lydia on bass.
Lydia on bass.
I want to be like you when
In
I
your
grow
face.
up.
I know.
Welcome to, first of all, the basement.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
Welcome to, second of all, Detroit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And welcome to America.
Wow.
First time in America, right?
Yeah, man.
Man, we got to do an interview with you right quick. Is that cool? Okay, first of all, let's acknowledge all these other people that's hanging out in the basements with us. We got one of our basement alumni. Tell us your name.
Carl Hightucker.
How you doing?
Good.
Another Detroit bass player. We also have with us
Cynthia Willis.
another Detroit bass player and Detroit bass player in the basement alumni. We also have our gracious host back there. Tell us your name.
Reginald Canty.
Another Detroit bass player and stuff. And we also have tell us your name.
William B. Pope II, also known as the Pope Star.
Okay.
Pope Metropolis.
Does this?
Pope Matic.
Pope Chops.
Potpourri.
Another Detroit bass player.
Yeah.
Welcome to the basement again, sir.
Thank you.
Alumni. We also have with us.
Yes, Dillon Lewis, presenting Amsterdam City, producer, percussion player,
Whoa.
yeah, dancer, everything,
Get out.
and boyfriend of Lydia. Sorry.
All right. We ain't mad at you. Your first time in America.
It's my third time, but
Your third?
yeah, but I see that's the first time. This is the real deal.
Right.
The real deal.
Okay, and we also have with us a Detroit bass player in the basement alumni. You been in the basement?
Yes,
Yeah, I thought you had. tell us your name,
David
sir.
Winans II.
Yeah.
David Winans from the gospel family, the first family of gospel in Detroit, the Winans.
Really?
Yes.
This the oldest brother, and you don't play gospel?
Yes. He plays rock.
So thank you all. Please chime in anytime. Of course, I'm Big Ive behind the camera.
Shall I film you?
No, I ain't gonna show my face because I forgot to wash it. I was so concerned about making sure you got here, I ain't even wash my face. I was like, okay, now I got a ton of questions to ask you in a short amount of time. So the first question I want to ask you is, when did you start playing the bass and why?
Okay. I started playing bass when I was 16 years old. A long time ago, really. And why? Actually, my brother was playing bass first. My father is conductor, and I played saxophone, soprano saxophone is in his orchestra. And after that, my brother began to play bass, and level 42 in America.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mark King.
Mark King, yeah.
And he started playing some Mark King stuff, and I was so impressed. And when he was gone, out of the house, I grabbed his bass and I was trying, and maybe it sounds very strange, but it immediately fitted me, the bass.
You got some with you? You got some Mark King with you right now?
Yeah, you want?
Let me hear it.
Well, I started with Love Games, of course. Yeah, and then I went to all his concerts and I taped it on video and I rewinded it and hoe zeg je het in langzaam afspelen?
Slowly.
Yeah, I slowed it down,
Okay.
my video, and so I learned some tricks actually, like stuff like that.
Yeah. So you know, just a trick or two.
Yeah, so we start slower.
Right, that's awesome. So now you've been playing. Your experience on the bass is how long is your experience? How long you been playing now? You think
Okay,
10 years? 5?
you think
Three.
I'm 26? Okay, thank you.
I have to.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, so
about 25 years.
okay.
You want to know my age? That's
No,
all.
I don't want. I just want to know how long it takes to get that good. That's all I want to know. I don't care about ages. No.
No, it's a joke. But yeah, when I could play this, I guess I played 10 years or something, maybe less. I don't remember because I was not aware of doing it. Actually, it was a natural thing. So
Right. Which brings up, speaking of natural things, how in the heck do you sing and play at the same time?
Thank you.
I mean, it's like, and you was scatting
I'm asking
off beat,
everything.
syncopate. She syncopate scat yet and keeping a beat with the bass. How? What's the secret?
yeah, there's no real secret, I guess. But I was singing already from when I was 2 years old or something. When I was 4, I sang in harmonies because my mother raised me up in the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young music, you know, and that helped me. And I was not aware, but it helped me very much to get those harmonies and to sing. And yeah, I sang already, so that was my nature already. And then I learned the bass. I didn't learn singing, but I learned the bass. And one of those two things has to be a natural thing. And when I sing and play bass, I think more of the bass than singing because that comes naturally, and the bass is a little bit more thinking or feeling.
Okay, awesome. Now, as I listen to you talk and I listen to you sing, I hear 2 different languages. I don't know how to put this, but let me ask you like this. What is your native tongue? Where are you from, first of all?
I am from Holland, but we have different parts in Holland, of course, like you have in America, but much smaller, of course, you know. And I come from the north of Holland, and that's called Friesland, and they talk Fries, and it's a language. It's not a dialect or something, because Friesland was born before Holland, actually, but now it's a small part in Holland. And I can speak Frisian also, and I teach in Frisian, but I was raised Dutch. My parents spoke Dutch, but my friends
I hear it
were...
in your speaking, but when on your singing,
No,
we don't.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he's talking
What?
about.
No, I'm
You hear that, Dillon,
I'm actually,
when I'm in
I'm
your
actually
studio.
want to know where she's from, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna get that in there. So you speak Dutch? Could you say something in Dutch, just so I can hear what Dutch? So I can hear the language.
Yeah, you can. We have the difference between you and your language and our language. We have the...
So like I
don't
wrote you.
talk.
I said welcome to you in Dutch. I should say welcome. Is that how you say welcome in Dutch?
You say, don't believe it or not, but it's welcome.
Welcome.
Same, yeah. Welcome. German is also
That
close
sounds
to
just like my
yeah.
grandmother used to say it.
But I can say something in Dutch if you
Yes,
want
yes,
to.
please.
Yeah. I had to change now a little. Strange, but ik vind het geweldig, verschrikkelijk leuk dat jullie hier allemaal zijn gekomen. En dit is mijn eerste keer dat ik hier in Detroit ben. En sowieso, ik heb voor het eerst gevlogen.
So what did you say?
And translated that.
Yeah, translating is I really appreciate that you came here with your basses, and I'm so excited to be in Detroit and I flew for the first time this far. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Well, we glad you picked Detroit for your first landing in America.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, now what they was talking about were like I said before. Why don't your accent and to you it's not an accent, but why don't the way you speak come out in the way that you sing? Is it something about that, or how do people do that?
Know. It's the first time I hear this.
So you
Because
sing it
sometimes
like
I sing in his studio, and we are. Before I knew you, Dillon, my English was really bad also in singing, but I was not aware. Nobody said it ever to me, and he said to me, "You have to work on your English and a little bit slang." We tried to get a little slang in our Dutch blood.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he teaches me. He raised me a little in that.
Hanging the girl, you know.
That's awesome. Just stepping in our house, hanging out with us is another Detroit-based alumni. Tell us your name, sir.
Terry Washington.
T. Washington.
Terry, we have come hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
So
too.
nice you're here.
Oh yeah.
And Terry, we contacted already.
Right.
Because when I knew we were going to Detroit, I was looking for what is the bass scene in
Right.
Detroit, and the first one on Facebook I saw was Terry Washington, and
Right.
I thought, okay, I write him a mail and ask him how if it's
About
nearby
his, yeah,
to
it's right around the
Hitsville.
corner from me.
Well, I've been there.
Yeah, I know. I
Yes,
got
man.
the text.
Thank you
said
so
got
much,
that.
yeah.
No problem.
That's awesome. He's an awesome bass player too.
Yes, he is.
Even
I
though
believe this.
even though he left-handed,
Right.
but
I'm gonna tell y'all one time. This is my last time I'm gonna say this. If it ain't coming from the left, it ain't right, man.
Yep, and visit is a one-legged man in a bucket and country.
yeah, see, you see, we all come to show Detroit bass player love to you, and
Great, thank you.
a question I have to ask is, how has it been here in Detroit so far?
Fantastic, really. It's a big experience for me because what I told you, I have a little fear of flying. So my longest flight was 3 hours to Greece, from Holland to Greece. And now I was really nervous for this journey. And when we arrived, I said to Dillon, maybe I will never do this again. But now I'm in Detroit, and these days we're at the car show, and we have rehearsals, and we meet a lot of nice people, really. And yeah, I said no, it compensates everything for me.
How long was the
I
flight?
love it. Sorry,
How long was the flight?
9 hours. Yeah. And
Okay,
every
but you
minute
see
is
what I'm
one for me.
Yeah, that's
So
all
if
for
you're
you.
aware of
That's
that.
all for
Wait till you go to
first
Australia.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 days, something like that.
And also we have a little boy. He just became 4, and yeah,
congratulations.
to leave him that distance. I've never been that distance. So oh my God! But he's in good hands.
Okay, now you say your reason for coming here to Detroit again is what?
The auto show, the car show.
So you perform in the car show?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
We're presenting at the press show. The press, press show.
And what are you doing at the press show? Playing with home and stuff.
I'm driving a car now. No, they rented a bass for me here and an amp, and they were looking for a ladies band.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Cynthia, you were nearby.
What company are you playing for?
I'm not allowed yet to say that.
BMW.
We already
This,
know.
this is not going to be on for
Okay,
2 months.
then
BMW.
BMW. I always
Right.
change the W and the M. But BMW, the mini car.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a spectacular thing. It's we have to, you know, Dutch people can be really calm and not so outgoing, but they want us really doing the American thing.
Crazy.
Like that, really. It's a little difficult, but
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, it's very nice, Ivan.
And what is the? You've been here. You here for a whole weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. How long are you going to be playing?
2 minutes. 2 minutes, and we had 2 days rehearsal and waiting a lot and waiting. But yesterday we had some hours off and we went to Hitsville.
It's like hurry up and
So,
wait.
yeah.
Now, I mean, isn't that awesome to get flown somewhere, get to hang out and enjoy it, and only have to perform for 2 minutes? Even though I know you love to play, but
Yeah, but it's really awesome.
it's got to be.
It's a story. Really.
It's got to be awesome. As awesome as you playing just a moment ago. Now, I've been a fan and I've been following you since before Facebook. On MySpace.
I forgot my password, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even know it anymore.
And I actually posted one of your YouTube videos up. So anyway, so I got that from YouTube, and this was a long time ago. And when I saw you did that same song on that video that I saw. It's when I first saw you, and I said, this lady is gonna blow up, and you have blown up, haven't you?
Thank you, yeah, because I played for years and years before YouTube came in the world, actually. And when I put my video on YouTube, first I had 3 viewers, and I thought, okay, who is the 3 viewers?
How could you do
Next day was 300. I said, 300? And now it's almost 2 million, and it really changed my life.
Right. So you one of those. We literally have a YouTube sensation in the basement right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. What was your career before? You're now a professional musician, right? And what did you do before being a professional musician?
I was a teacher for primary school, and so yeah, for years and 12 years. And before that, I took care of kids and studying and etc.
So YouTube kind of like forced you. I mean, your exposure on YouTube kind of forced you to in this music career, or was it something that you just welcomed with open arms?
Welcome with open arms, really. It was amazing. It was also unexpected for me. I even got a bass from someone from America. He sent me a nice Fender bass, and he didn't want anything back. It was unbelievable. And I had a little fan. He was 4 years old. Did you see him, David Chandler? You
I saw
gotta check him out,
the little
really.
David Chandler, the little guy who he ain't doing nothing serious yet, but you know he's gonna be as soon as he turns 5 or 6. I saw. In fact, I saw the video that they dedicated to you. In fact.
Yeah, you saw it. Yeah.
So
that
so
was
y'all,
such an honor.
you guys go to her page and check that out. So when you go back home after in Detroit? When you go back home, what you got going on? What you got planned for Lydia on bass?
First of all, I think I need some rest because of all the energy I had here in America. And you know what? Some little thing. 2 weeks before I went to Detroit, I played with the one and only Larry Graham. So something in my life that I really have
Where
to
were you all at?
calm down. Sorry?
Where were you at when you played with him? He was in
Holland, yeah, and
Okay.
his drummer, he's a friend of mine at Facebook, and he, Brian Brazil,
Okay.
don't know if you know him, but he sent me a message, and he said, when we're in Holland, I like to play with you and join us on stage. And I was thinking, oh, Larry Graham, no.
He's really nice.
Yes, yeah. Oh, and Larry Graham also. He's with his wife. He's such a family man, and he's so respectful, and he takes time for his fans. So much time, really.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to play with him, really. Anyway, your question. When I come back, I'm going to work on a new project, and beside the funk, I love the 80s disco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, do you okay, not 80s, but do you like Jamiroquai?
Very much.
Because they're like kind of like disco, kind of.
Yeah.
They're like people
Funky
didn't
disco
pay
space.
attention to them, right?
Spacey, I love
very
that.
cool stuff.
And he's
They got
very
slipped
on his own. He's a one of a kind.
Yeah.
His dance, his motoring is different from all those, and I love that unique thing. So, but I want to make. I'm working on a disco project, and we will do it in theaters. And I don't know. Do you know some Dutch disco songs?
Alba?
No.
He said Alba.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out, but see, that shows you what I know about it.
Yeah, that's Sweden.
Yeah, okay.
ABBA. Also great, but it's we had some Dutch disco in, maybe it was in Europe then, I guess. It was famous, and really good music, and I want to make theater show.
I'm looking forward to that.
And ode to them also, and I will visit them this coming year and visit them all in Holland, where they live now and how they are doing, and I make some videos. Well, I have a concept in my head. I don't tell much about it, but it's really when you are in
Look, I have a question
Amsterdam,
for you.
come on.
Okay, I have a question for you. Now, when you do that, are you going to use flat wound strings or are you going to use round wound?
What do you prefer?
Usually for disco, I would go with flat. Gotta use flat. I mean, it sounds nice with the round, but it just that old kind of it's too much attack. That flat wound just it sounds more like
punchier.
Right. But it sounds like this is just like the Daft Punk stuff. If you listen to that, that's kind of like that chic. If you chic disco in there.
Did they make a bright flat now?
I think they do make a bright flat. They make a half flat, half round. Yeah.
Really?
But I think I want a whole nother bass with just flats on there just to do that.
So
Yeah.
I
That
agree.
would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have a current CD or project or MP3 that we can purchase and download at this time?
Yeah. I have.
You have it with you?
No, but it's downloadable. You know,
okay.
These days we do a lot of downloadable. But in 2010, I had
CDs.
Planke, you know, the Planke EP, the blue one. No.
Right.
CD Baby,
That's the name. That's the name of her CD. Planke.
Planke, because it's a mix. It's my own word, but it's a mix between funky and.
Dutch and American words.
Yeah.
Plunky.
Okay. Now speaking of, I was wondering what that stood for. So that's kind of like funky. Now, after listening to you play, and I recommend you people that you Google this lady if you haven't heard of her here in America. I know once she spread the word that she was on this video, this video is gonna blow up. I guarantee you. But my question is, why are you so funky? I don't know how to ask the question. Where did all of this soul and and you know this funk on the bass. Where did that come from? You know.
Yeah, you know T.M. Stevens?
Yeah.
Of
He
course.
saw a video of me at the Muziekmesse Frankfurt. That's a big, like the NAMM show.
Right.
Kind of. He saw me playing and he came to me and you know his voice. He has 3 or 4 voices at the same time. He said, "Where did you get that funk from?" Yes, I really don't know. Because my father is a conductor in classical music. My mother was a guitar player in Russian style, because her mother was Russian. And there was more close harmony stuff also. So I was raised with close harmony and classical things. And actually, my brother started a little bit with this and making me crazy. Not just with level 42, but you have
Well, I was gonna say you kind of have a Larry Graham, and then I can even hear I can tell Prince took a lot from Larry Graham, and I can hear that Prince, like your song "Bounce." I can hear that kind of Prince kind of pops in between that. I'm going. Not very many people can do it. They can play it, but they can't do it where it sounds right. And it sounds like you doing it effortlessly without trying to do it. Where I see people, they be like, really trying to get it in there.
Yeah.
And you just doing it.
Yeah, but meant to be. I don't know. It was meant to be. Maybe my foreign life, my before life or something. I don't know.
Forefathers or something like that.
No.
Okay, so
Former life or something.
yeah, so
I can't explain. Sometimes you don't want to
But the
explain.
thing is, but the thing is, when she
like-
when she was making music, she had a lot of friends who also making the funk music, and so she get inspired by a lot of music, you know, from other
Yeah, but
dudes,
that was
like
later
Cameo.
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
okay.
you.
Cameo,
Yeah.
Cameo,
All right.
Zap. So she heard all the kind of music.
But where I was raised, there was a lot of blues and rock.
Yes.
And I was the funky girl always, and I couldn't find my mates really till I came in touch with some friends really,
Yes,
and
we're
they
playing.
said, "Oh, listen to this, listen to that." But Cameo made me really crazy. The Cameo from the 70s
Oh, yeah.
and
80s, yes.
That all that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's an old
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
That's my stuff right there, boy.
Yes.
That is, and people again, they overlook them, and they don't pay attention. But if you notice, listen to them: flat wound strings,
Yes.
front pickup.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
But it's
all
not only
front
the
pickup.
bass, it's the
Yeah,
whole
the whole
band.
thing, right,
The choirs, the
The
harmonies.
harmony, right? Oh,
See them
please.
live, see
the
Larry
horns.
Blackman
And the
playing the
horns.
drums. They are so funky, and also Zep, because
Oh, yeah.
Zep has a synth bass,
Right.
but
It's still sweet.
more bounce to the arms,
Right.
and I can hear it for the whole
Or
night.
so rough,
really.
so tough.
So I don't know where I got it from, but it touches me, and it never.
It sounds
will
like
never
you
leave
had a
me.
facility for the instrument before you started playing it.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you know, it came. I was kind of like that for me. I didn't know what I was doing, but I made these clean notes. He said, "Man, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But
I didn't
some
know.
people have a facility to play the instrument before they start playing it.
And my mother also said you were singing bass lines sometimes. Duncan Brown, you know Duncan Brown, Wild Places, a long time, but there was one little slap in it, and I was singing
see, now
that
you doing
line, only
you do
that
the hell of it.
line.
I
So
don't
before I
never
played
slap.
bass ever, so yeah,
okay,
it
well,
just happened.
and that's what a lot of people say. I am who I am, you know. And it's
Even Papa.
everything has every single thing has something to do with the way you play the bass. The way you play the bass. Okay, so who are some of your favorite bassists from past, present, future? Some of your favorite who you like listening to on the bass?
Who?
Just to name a few of them.
Yeah, of course it started with Mark King, and he has another feel than the cameo feel or something. It's another feel, but I love both. That's a really British part, actually. And yes, of course, the Marcus Miller. He's great. He's a soul singer on his bass, I guess. And Larry Graham touches me very, very deeply. What's his name? Pino Palladino with D'Angelo. Yeah. And the guy, Anthony Jackson. I love him very much. Yeah, but and Bootsy Collins, of course. I like bass players with their own style. That you close your eyes and you say, "Oh, that's Bootsy," or you know. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of bass players, and you all, of course.
You better say something, girl. Leave my hat.
Now, I also noticed you play with a pick too. A lot of. I'm noticing a lot of guys are starting to switch and starting to use picks now. But you use pick.
Picks? You mean
guitar? Yeah. Right.
No, I.
You don't, or you do?
No, I have an endorsement with Roland also.
Oh, okay.
And they have an effects processor for me.
Okay.
And a loop station. And sometimes I play guitar on my bass.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I put all the low off, and then I do the.
But I'm saying you just do it with your hand. But do you use a pick, guitar pick, or do you use?
Then
just
I
your
use
hand?
a guitar pick.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. So you do.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Like the money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can only play with a pick then.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so speaking of endorsements with Roland, I understand you have endorsements with a couple of other music companies. Could you give us the names of them?
Yeah, where's my list? No, but because of YouTube, some companies offered me this, and there was still really, it's a blessing for me still. Fender started, and Fender bass is for me the biggest, the funkiest, the most in all styles. For reggae, it's a Fender bass for me. For funk, it's a Fender for me. For disco, it's a Fender for me. For rock, it's a Fender for me because he has a lot of sounds and an own sound. I love own sounds.
So you got an endorsement deal with Fender?
Yeah, they found me on YouTube and they called me one day and Fender in Germany.
So what does that endorsement mean? That you have to play Fender basses?
Yeah, and I don't mind.
And thus you have one now.
What is that you're playing right now?
It's let me
That's
see.
a 76.
It's a Fender.
Of course. Now, some back behind the scenes things that people don't know about, but I'm gonna share it with them. That bass right there belongs to. I mean, some of the DBPs can guess who they belong to. But
I don't know.
I wonder why.
I've never even seen Orange before.
Soon as T. Wash walked in, he said, "That's his bass, ain't it?" So we like to thank William Pope for providing Lydia with a 4-string.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. You sound great on it.
Thank you, thank you.
And you notice I said a 4-string Fender,
Right?
because I was gonna let her play my 5-string Fender,
And she said,
I prefer the 4.
but you can play on a 5.
It's in so many words.
Could be. I want to try it, but not now.
Not during an interview.
No, not in Detroit. At home on my own. So Fender, Roland, I just told you. I have I have the loop station, and I love it very much.
Great.
Yes, because
Your own songs.
I can create my own songs. I'm a little bit producing on it because you have to work with levels and equalizing, etc., editing, and yeah, I love that very much because I sing and I beatbox a little, and I play bass, of course, and I play a little guitar. I can do that on my bass or maybe on a guitar, and yeah, it's really fun to do that. Yeah. So, and PreSonus, you know, PreSonus is studio.
Yeah, I only know about the interfaces though.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Big company. Though.
Yes.
What now? What amps do you use?
SWR mostly because that's Fenders.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the Marcus
So-
Miller preamp.
And yeah, the Marcus Miller preamp. Yeah. Yeah.
MM.
That is
Because when you have a good sound, you play better, isn't
Right.
it?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
that is so awesome.
And Alexa strings.
Yeah.
Do you? I was gonna ask what
Elixir,
strings. Okay.
Yes, I love them too. I can play on the Alexa strings longer than whichever strings.
Oh.
And then I have line 6.
Line
Also,
6, really?
The wireless
Line
part,
6 wireless.
because line 6
Ta-da,
is
I'm right with you.
more, Yes, you
Yes,
are.
line 6.
Yeah, it's better because they work on the problem with the frequencies.
Okay.
you all-
G50? Or you have the
No.
G80?
To be honest, I don't know.
You just know cordless.
I just got them.
Uh-huh.
They
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
here and no, but yeah, that's also awesome.
Yeah. I think I have one. Craig's going.
You got one too?
Yep, got one too.
Yeah.
Me got one.
You got
So
one.
I
too?
feel
Like a
blessed
bunch
to
of
have
them.
all
I don't
those.
know,
I really feel blessed with all those endorsements and
That's
yeah,
cool.
fantastic, really, and all because of YouTube. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable,
That is awesome.
really. Yeah.
You know what? I ain't want to keep you all day. I know you got to go play at the Detroit Auto Show, called the North American Auto Show, by the way.
Yeah.
I know you got to go play and all that kind of stuff. So, I just got a couple more questions for you. If I wanted to keep abreast of your career in music, and because I enjoy how you play, I want to see you play some more. Where can I find you?
Where can you find my work? Or
Yeah.
Where I play?
Yeah. Where can I
Yeah.
find your work online? Maybe?
Yeah, iTunes. When you Google Lydia on bass, I just had a Christmas song out.
Really?
Yeah.
Your own? You
Yeah.
made it?
Yeah, produced by this Mr.
Mr. Dillon?
Yeah,
Dillon?
yeah.
That's on here,
Yeah. Yeah, on
No, are you on Facebook?
cdbaby.com.
You're on
In
Facebook?
1995,
Yeah. Okay.
I had my own CD. It was really very busy slapping and singing.
okay.
Oh, it was busy because I was so
Eager.
excited
Yeah.
and eager and young, and I wanted. Later on, I felt okay. Less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
Depends
Yeah.
on the song, but yeah.
The
iTunes-
older I get, the more I feel like less is more.
Yeah. You have to.
But check this out. So we can catch your old 1995 CD on iTunes as well.
cdbaby.com.
CD Baby.
If they
And
still have them, I don't know. It's a long time ago, of course, but and a Plonky, the one.
the 2010 CD.
Yeah,
we
the
can find that.
2000 Yeah, on iTunes.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Little bro.
yeah, that's a downloadable single, Little Bro, song about my son.
Right. That's the one I was just listening to. That's pretty funky.
Cool. Yeah, and a
Now,
Christmas song.
so we can find this Christmas song on, what's the title of it and where can we find it? It's actually a video. Where can we view the
Yes.
video?
You can see it on YouTube.
It's
Yeah,
on
you
YouTube?
can see it on
So you-
YouTube
okay.
with my
Okay.
son and his friend also dancing with me in the Christmas
Yes.
atmosphere, and yeah, it's very funny.
So do you have a YouTube channel that we can see some of your visual work?
Yes, Kaboosh.
So YouTube,
Kaboosh.
YouTube,
That's cool.
YouTube.com/kaboosh.
Yeah,
You
Kaboosh.
are-
Kaboesg.
Okay, and do you have a website, an official website?
LydiaOnBass.com. Lydia with no apostrophe. This LDIA onbass.com.
Okay. And for my everyday addiction of Lydia, do you have like a Facebook that I can just come and see what you're doing every day?
No. Yes, of course. We find each other on Facebook.
Well, I know that, but I'm talking about the people that's on there.
That's seeing the video.
Lydia on bass. Lydia on bass.
Okay, I'll be
Yes.
So
I'm already
friends.
So Facebook.com/Lydia.
Yes, that's it. Look at it. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna put all of this on here.
But I thought there was someone else. There was someone else who has a Lydia on bass and who made a kind of fan page for me without asking. So this is the one.
Been
This
there.
is the
That's your page, right?
Okay.
from Chile or
Let me
something.
see. So we can see the
And I didn't know.
what it's gonna look like. So you know I'm gonna edit this in there. All right. Well, like I said, I ain't really want to keep you, but I wanted to know that any of these other fine bass players have any questions.
Terry
Bass.
Washington.
Well, I'm glad you're here for one. I'm gonna say that for one,
Thank you.
and I'm glad we got in touch, and I'm glad you got the Hitsville. And two, I want to know what you think about DR strings.
DR strings.
Yeah, DR bass strings.
Yeah, I'm a
They got-
endorser, of course. Yeah, I used them.
Say no more. Right.
Yeah, I used them before, of course, but I was not. I didn't
that's what
have
I
one mark exactly. I used the Dario DR, but DR was one of the better strings. Yes,
I
really.
love them. That's the
Yes.
only thing. That's the only way I go.
Why?
Because with me, they last longer.
Yeah.
Two, the tone, even if they get dull, you can still hear your tone. Well, and then again, that makes a difference what kind of bass you're playing and what kind of electronics.
And how hard
got
you
in
play
it.
too.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
See, my bass, I don't play hard. If you notice, my action is so low.
No,
It basically plays itself.
You have a nice bass.
So it's and this here, I redid everything. This is totally gutted. This was a MTD, but now it's a T-Wash.
Yes, I saw.
T-Wash.
Okay, let me ask you a question,
cool.
T-Wash.
Yeah.
If you got an endorsement deal with GHS strings, would you switch? Yeah, that's the answer.
And no. Yes, I would.
That's for anybody else have any questions for this fine basis?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
What is your practice time like? How often do you practice?
Never. Sorry, never.
Never?
No, I never practice because when I'm playing, I feel like I'm
You practice.
practicing. Sometimes, of course, I need to practice some songs, but that's just the song. But I'm also not a real technical bass player. I'm not a Jaco Pastorius, even if I like it very much. But I'm not that technical. I'm more a feel bass player, actually. Yes. How long do you play bass?
Well, I just really picked it back up maybe about 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you playing in a band or?
No, not yet. Hopefully soon.
But Cynthia, how is it here in America or maybe Detroit with the female bass players? Because in Holland we have less.
We're changing that.
Yeah.
The funky,
it's-
funky style maybe.
more of us are coming out.
Really
Yeah.
cool. Cool.
Now speaking of that, and I'm gonna have to show a little clip of this. I saw you killing with another female bass player. Two of y'all on stage together, which I've really never seen two female bass players playing together. You and another lady named Yolanda.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
saw it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I just
Yolanda.
seen that
What's
too.
her name?
Yolanda
was
Adams.
Yolanda Adams.
Just say
Yolanda.
Charles. Yeah, she's awesome, and she's from England. And we met every year. We met we meet at the Muziekmesse in Frankfurt.
Tell about Bass Ida, Prince, the story.
Yeah, Bass Ida. I played also with Bass Ida. You know Bass Ida?
No.
It's a girl you play with at Frankfurt Messe, the same like the NAB, about 4 years ago. And it was Yolanda, Bass Ida, and Lydia, and we were playing together. Like, wow, awesome! And the same girl was booked by Prince, and Prince said, "Okay, I want her."
1 year later.
1 year later.
Yeah.
And now she's playing with Prince.
Yeah.
She's from Norway.
What's her name again?
Bass Ida.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very good
So
bass
also-
player. Awesome.
Yeah, I want to say, over the last couple of years, I've discovered a lot of like free talent coming out of that region. Netherlands, Great Britain, like Dirty Loops.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty Loops.
Oh,
Woo!
Ridiculous.
You know, this little young dude from England, Jacob Collier. Bad.
Yeah, bad.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Bad.
Give me the name. Yeah.
But I'm saying, but the thing I notice is that over here, we're very secular. You have jazz over here, we have funk over here, we have rock over here, we have this over here, and that's how it is on the radio. But I was wondering what the community is like in Holland.
Oh, that's
Where you come
a very
from?
nice question. The community is, we have a scene. You know, Holland is small,
Right.
very small, so we all know each other. And the scene is, they ask a lot the same people for when you can read or something. You see all those musicians in programs, The Voice of Holland. And because they can read very fast and yes, yeah. But that's funny because we Dutch people think that the Americans are really too funky, and we don't believe that you say that we are funky. Because when we make a record, we want to sound American.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
It's like you have a system over there that says it's okay for you to be exposed to this, and over here it's not like that. You have people that
Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. No, not anymore.
It's changed.
Not
Used to be a
anymore.
long time ago.
Right.
Think about it. Well, I think what 60s and the 70s. I think it was more like that, where you could hear the Rolling Stones, you could hear Cameo, you could hear the Everly Brothers all on the same station.
Okay.
But then that changed where nope, this is what's over here. This is where the country
Yeah.
people are.
Yeah.
This is
You
where
just
you
say
are,
Holland.
and you stay in your lane. And
Yeah.
if you've listened to everything, then you want to be able to play everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
that's the way I look
Yes.
at it. I mean, it shouldn't be where, okay, I'm only a jazz artist. Well, I like metal.
Yeah.
So at times I need to grunge.
Yeah, because people like to, I think worldwide people like to give stamps to
Right, yeah,
to
yeah.
other people, you know, and in Holland it's exactly the same story.
Really? Oh.
Really, yeah. Yeah, it can be sad, but yeah. But when when you're a musician in Holland, you have to think further than the funk.
Okay.
So, is there anything that you would like to say in closing, Lydia? Before we let you go and play us out?
Yeah, I said it before, but it's almost unreal for me to be here, and it's like I'm dreaming. My alarm clock is yelling at me in about 1 minute, and I wake up and it wasn't true all.
No, this is real, baby.
This is real, and it's so special, and it's like it's one of the nicest things I ever been through. Really, to be here in America, to sit with you, and you're also kind and so into the music. So the love for music, I feel that here, and yeah, that's really all I am thinking now. And I know already I can't sleep tonight. I started with my jet lag. Really, thank you, Ivan, very much.
Okay.
I want to thank you for coming through.
Right,
Thank you, of course.
Coming
And also-
3,000 miles.
I'm so glad glad. And look, I'm so glad he posted it because if you hadn't posted it, we wouldn't have had a clue.
This is like
That's
a 12,
exactly
like a
it.
12 hours notice.
I didn't know
A lot of
until
people
this
didn't want to come, but
morning.
they couldn't.
That's right.
I just so happened to call.
Yeah.
I said, man, I said, you don't call me no more and can on, you know what I'm saying? He said, oh man, you come by here, man. You
And bring a 4-string bass.
said, you got a 4-string? I said, man,
He said, well, if I did, it's going to be left-handed.
the left hand. He said, no.
But yeah, that's true. When they accepted you as a member of Detroit Bass Players on Facebook, thanks to Craig Sconey for doing that, founding that page and stuff. And I said, I know her. Like Wendy Williams say, I know her up here.
Friend of mine.
Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. Let me call her up and see if she'd be willing to do an interview. And then when you said yes, and then I was like, hey, she's gonna be here. Anybody want to come? And you see how we do it in Detroit. We bring it.
Fantastic. Yeah.
We bring our basses, and even if we don't even get the chance to play them,
That's right.
you know what I'm
Gotta
saying?
play
Because we play them all the time anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, but I want to
so-
hear you too, man.
right. Well, we're gonna let you hear some. We're gonna cut this camera off, and then we're gonna let you hear some Detroit bass players. But before we let you go, could you play us something out? Unless you got something else you want to say.
No, I love to play for you because I talked about Cameo that much in this interview.
Okay.
I got to hear some Cameo
my,
now.
it was my first video on YouTube. I think the one you saw.
This is the one that started it.
This is the one it all
started
started with pom poms.
Yeah.
With the hat.
Right, I remember the hat.
And the glasses,
And the
but
glasses.
that had a story too because the night before that I slept very bad and I just had my Mac, my Apple, and I saw myself for the first time. Oh, I have a camera. Oh, who's that? Oh, it's me. Oh, I'm not looking fine. So I wanted to play some bass, not to put it on YouTube, but just for myself. But I put on my glasses, so it became my.
Trademark.
Yeah, that's true. So. Say that you can make it in this world today. I know exactly how. I'd love to show you if you let me now. Just be yourself. And what's on your mind? Just be yourself. Put it on the line. Just be yourself. Say what's on your mind. Just be yourself. Put it on the line. Play with me. Put your phones down. Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to hear him. It's the first ever show with 5 bass players that ain't plugged up. And y'all sound good too.
And I'm walking there.
Go ahead.
You should have the 16 channel plugged up there.
That's okay.